Hey, 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 how are you? How are you? Let's talk about knowing your self worth. When you realize the power of your presence, you won't be everywhere. You will stop giving yourself to spaces that don't value you. You will stop chasing validation in places where your worth should have already been recognized. Because when you know your value, you move differently, you speak differently, you walk with boldness. You no longer offer diamonds to people that trade in dust. Know your value. When you know your value, you add tax and interest plus boundaries. When you know your value, you don't become desperate because you know you are destined. When you know your value, you don't become average because you understand that you are anointed. And you don't become too much for everyone. You will not be explaining yourself to people who can't even afford your presence. So stop lowering your standards to maintain connections that drain you. And stop showing up where you are not seen. Stop showing up where you are not appreciated. You don't need to be tolerated. You only need to be appreciated. And guard your interests. Everything that looks like an opportunity is not alignment. And not all invitations are an elevation. Be discerning, be prayerful, and be strategic. Because not everyone clapping for you does have clean hands. Remember, your energy is sacred. Your presence is power. Your voice is influence. And your time is legacy currency. Don't waste it. So from today, make peace with this. You are not for every room. You are not for every crowd. And you are not for every platform. You are for spaces that recognize your light and multiply your purpose. You don't need to be tolerated. You need to be appreciated. And when you truly know your value, you won't just protect your peace. You build your own table, pour into your purpose, and watch heaven open doors that no man can shut. And when you know your value, you do things differently. You speak differently. Add boundaries to your value. Stop walking in rooms like you own people something. You are not a discount version of yourself. You are a full package. Purpose, power, and potential wrapped in grace. On your value, add value-added tax. Because your time is precious. Your energy is priceless. And your presence is a privilege, not a right. Let them know that they're privileged to have you on the table. Right? Let your growth speak for you. And let your elevation remind you that you are not to be used. Keep investing in yourself, in your mind, in your peace, in your healing, and in your destiny. And don't forget to add boundaries, because access to you must come with respect, with intention and alignment. No more giving front rows to people who can only clap when it benefits them. You don't need everyone to understand you. You just need the right ones to value you. That's tough. And you must not be too much. Don't be too much. You are more than just enough for the right people, in the right season and in the right thing. Walk like it, talk like it, live like it. You are royalty. Don't let anyone and everyone treat you like clearance, like a clearance sale. You know what happens when there's a clearance sale? Just buy two, buy one, buy two, and get one for free. You're not like that. Let them appreciate your presence, be it in a family meeting, be it in a societal group, but you invest in yourself first. And like I always say, the Bible says a man is who he thinks he is. If you think you are a nobody, the universe will mirror that. They see a nobody. If you think you are just an ordinary, we will only see just an ordinary. And trust me, no one wants to associate with just an ordinary. When you get into a room, let even the atmosphere change. When you sit in that meeting, let your contribution be outstanding. There are people, when you attend a meeting with them, they don't even add value. You're sitting there and thinking, why did you even come? When there's a meeting, do your research. Do your research on the attendees. Yeah, the people who are also still going to attend the meeting. Invest in yourself. Self-worth is not given. It's a self-work. You work on yourself. If you want to be recognized and appreciated and have value, be intentional about your value. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you conduct things, the way you comprehend things. If you are not someone who is not very knowledgeable, invest, read. We thank God for technology. There are a lot of things around that you can read, you can listen to audio books, you can read. I always say to my friends, for you to be knowledgeable, just learn, be it one word, be it a phrase. Just be intentional every day. Learn something every day. When you go to church, learn something. When you're having a conversation with your friends, learn something. The idea is to invest in yourself so that when you know your value, you know that not all doors are for you. There are other opportunities that you can turn down. No, I'm not available. No matter how much, because being too much available for people, you lose value as well. You lose respect. Don't be too available for people. Anyone who calls your phone, you're available. Anyone who texts you, you respond. Anyone who sends you an email, you know. There are text messages that I look at and I say, okay, and just not respond. There are phone calls. I'm not saying yours. I said there are phone calls that I just don't respond to. Yeah, I just do that. There are people that I've told myself I only want to speak with them once in 6 months. You know why? That 10 minutes that I give to them after 6 months will be valuable. So if you're always available, I feel so terrible. There was one pastor's wife who called me. She wanted to talk to me about something. She had gotten a number from one of my associates, one of my friends. So she texted me, "Hi Tsitsi, how are you?" The first question that I asked her was, "Who gave you my number?" I felt so terrible yesterday when she said, "You don't know this woman." Says the first question that she asked me was, "Who gave you my number?" The reason why is, I'm not selling anything. So why should my number be out there? But I feel so terrible. I'm so sorry. It's sometimes when you've got certain traits that when you understand your value, you will always try to protect your value. So why am I mentioning this is, you don't have to answer every phone call. You don't have to respond to every text. You don't have to attend every gathering. There is value in just being alone in your room. So much value. Let them wonder, are you okay? And you tell them, yeah, I'm just working on something. Even you're not doing anything. What am I saying? I'm saying you are royalty. Don't let anyone treat you like a clearance sale. I am Amazing Grace.